Hey guys, what's up? Erin here from the Petite Planner, and today's video is my May health and fitness journal setup. So I haven't really done one of these in the past, and that's because I'm just kind of starting in this. I've kind of played around with the idea, but I haven't set up an entire month worth of health and fitness. But I have this Archer and Olive notebook, and I really have been wanting to use it. And I had started kind of using it to journal about my health a while back, and so this month I decided I wanted to commit to it and just set up a very simple health and fitness journal that is just dedicated to my health and fitness. So there was a trigger warning at the bottom of the screen, but if you are just listening, I want to let you know that this video will discuss a few topics that are related to eating disorders, and I just want you to know ahead of time so that you have time to click away if need be. So here I'm just setting up my cover page, and I just did this for fun, and I actually made this correspond with my May bullet journal setup. So this is the same thing I'm using in May. If you want to check that out, you can see it up in the upper corner. And then we're going to move on to the actual pages that I am using here. So I'm only actually really using this spread that you see, and then we're going to get into almost like a weekly setup, and I'm going to show you how I use all this. But I decided to do this just to kind of separate my work life and my personal life from my health and fitness, because it's almost summer and I have been not so great with my health and fitness lately. Ever since moving, and even a little before that, I've just really slacked, and I'm starting to see a difference in myself, and it's just not something that I'm very happy with. So now we'll just kind of talk about what this bottom piece is. So to correspond with my goals, one of my biggest goals for this upcoming month is to not have any binge eating episodes. So this is something I haven't talked about a lot publicly, but I've brought it up in another video. I struggle with binge eating and then restrictive eating, and it's not something I've ever been diagnosed with. However, upon doing my research, it definitely coincides with binge eating disorder, and I have kind of found and identified what my triggers are and what leads me into these things. So this month I'm trying to set it up to be a little bit different. So that tracker is very similar to a habit tracker, but it's sectioned out so that it's all by itself, and to me that makes it seem more prominent and more important when it's just one tracker tracking one thing and not all of my habits all in one. So that's what I'm going to use it for, and then every day that I complete that, I will color in one of those squares. So now on this right-hand page, I am setting up my calorie tracking, and this is something that we'll kind of see how it goes. I've been kind of on and off with tracking calories because I feel like it can be a good thing for me at times, and then other times it's not good. So I'm just going to kind of play around with it this month and just kind of see how it goes. So I set up the days of the week right there, down that column vertically. To the left, I have a space for my total calories, and then I'm going to use bar graphs on the right side of the date to actually show how many calories I'm eating. So I am putting little hash marks at the very top for how many calories each little area represents. And I'm going by hundreds, so it goes 500 all the way to 2100 calories. And for my size, my ideal range based on my activity level, my current job, that kind of stuff, is between 1200 and 1500 calories a day. So I'm using these gray dotted lines to put that where my target area. And then the little green spaces on the side are my weigh-in days. So I'm starting on the 1st, and then I will do every Wednesday following, because the month starts on a Wednesday. So it's just every week on Wednesday is when I'm going to weigh myself, and I'm not going to weigh myself any more times than that, just because I get a little bit obsessive, and I know that now. So it's something that I'm going to avoid doing. So moving on to this spread, this is my, I guess you would call it my weekly spread for health and fitness. It's very simple. I just wanted to lay it out. So the concept is that I divided both pages into 8 equal parts, and then I used the upper left-hand corner to write in the date so that I have that header area, and then the remaining 7 spaces are used for each individual day. Unlike a typical weekly, I did start this on Wednesday the 1st instead of on a Sunday or Monday. And then I further divided the boxes so that I have room for my daily workouts, which is that green box. And then the box above the green box will be my daily meals. And then the larger box for each day is like a journaling area that I will use to write about my day or use for motivational purposes like quotes or affirmations and stuff like that. So now we'll go back to the goals page, and I want to show you guys how I'm actually going to use this, and because it's close enough to May, I'm actually going to write out my goals right here on camera. So I start with goals that are not weight related. I find that when I set weight goals like lose 5 pounds or whatever, I end up getting very discouraged, and that is one of my triggers. So instead I set goals that are more related to my actual health and that will help me be healthy, and then in turn, because of those healthy choices, I will lose weight, but that's not the ultimate goal for the month. So my big goal is obviously no binging all month, and that is why I created the tracker below. So in the next month, like if this goes really well for May, then next month my big goal may be to work on my middle splits more, and then I'll track every day that I do that. And then, so for my weekly setup here, I am writing in my workouts in green. So I have 2 spaces, one for my cardio or my strength, and then one for yoga. And then I signify all of my meals up above with just little letters. So it's breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and then dinner. And I plan to have those all completely filled out at least the day before, if not the week before. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video and my May Health and Fitness Journal. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. I also wrote a full blog post on this setup, and you can find that in the description below. It has a lot more information in it and is a lot more in-depth. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.